What's going on, guys? So I am back, and today we are going to be talking about this news story. Another Defender falls as Netflix cancels Daredevil. Now, this doesn't come as a massive shock because, after all, Iron Fist and Luke Cage have already been cancelled. But Jessica Jones is still carrying on, and so is Punisher. But I think a major part of that is because they've already started filming their next seasons. I mean, Punisher happens to be my favourite Marvel Netflix series, and I imagine some other people feel the same. I mean, I see a lot of myself in Frank Castle, like the badass anti-hero. Anyway, Jessica Jones, of course they'll keep that going because it's got the social justice warrior stuff flowing through it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against feminism, but with these social justice warriors, they just take it too far, and it's getting to the point now where it's getting cringy. So, Netflix has cancelled Daredevil, it's also cancelled Luke Cage and Iron Fist, but that doesn't mean to say that somebody else can't pick it up. Like, for example, the Disney streaming service. I mean, they may just put the seasons that have already been released on the Disney streaming service, or they might just make brand new seasons to put on the Disney streaming service. We'll just have to wait and see how it all pans out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like these Netflix shows, but in my personal opinion, they aren't as good as the Marvel movies. Like, and they're not as good as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent Carter either. So, are Disney finally listening to Marvel fans in the same way that hopefully they're listening to Star Wars fans now? I mean, at this point, they obviously have to listen to Star Wars fans, otherwise they're going to lose a massive amount of money after the Solo: A Star Wars Story box office results were not what Disney anticipated. And, yeah, and also the backlash of The Last Jedi as well. Look, you have to understand, it's not just like sexist, chauvinistic pigs that didn't like Last Jedi. It's your average person as well. Like, I've been a diehard Star Wars fan pretty much my whole life. So, to me, Last Jedi just wasn't good enough. I mean, they built it up with so much hype and it ended up being underwhelming. Like, for example, the Rose Tico character, it wasn't Kelly Marie Tran's fault. It was how Rian Johnson wrote that Rose character. And also, obviously, Snoke dying was a massive stupid thing because, like, his backstory wasn't even explained. Like, where the fuck did he come from? The unknown regions? That's what I'm guessing, anyway. But anyway, we're straying far too much off of the point at this point. So let's get back to Marvel. And they've obviously announced the Loki TV series, but they also announced the Scarlet Witch TV series as well. They're both going on the Disney streaming service. And that is why I think Disney are finally listening to the fans. Because I've always said, if they make a Scarlet Witch TV show, I'll watch it straight away the first day it comes out. I mean, you have to remember, there was a time when there was only comics, cartoons, video games. There wasn't these big Hollywood blockbuster movies that had superheroes in. But now, it's just gone totally overkill with the amount of superhero movies, the amount of superhero TV shows. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would rather watch superhero shows than reality TV, like Big Brother. I can't stand that. I mean, obviously we have the big thing, DC versus Marvel, and we have Warner Brothers versus Disney. Like, I don't understand this DC versus Marvel thing. Like, I like both franchises. like, like people haven't got time to constantly watch these Netflix shows. Like, they've got lives, like they've got to go to work. I mean, most of the time, I'm constantly concentrating on being creative and furthering my career. Whether it be writing my novels or making my YouTube videos, or just being artistic in general, really. I mean, other people are concentrating on getting laid, but I don't prioritise things like that. I mean, there seems to be an awful lot of racism flowing through this whole thing. Because Luke Cage gets cancelled, he's black. Iron Fist gets cancelled. It stars Colleen Wing, Jessica Henwick. She's Asian. Okay, War Machine survived in Infinity War. But Nick Fury got disintegrated. And so did Falcon. And they're both black. Don't forget, Black Panther got disintegrated as well, and he's black. Yet, here we have Jessica Jones, the white female, and Punisher, the white male. Their series are carrying on. And also, another massive point, Scarlet Witch is white, and so is Loki. And their shows are coming up.